The education system is producing a number of graduates without the skills that the job market is looking for. So that's why we have a high number of young people looking for jobs, but they can't find employment. And that is partly because our education system is designed to privilege a few young people who are good at memorizing and reproducing what they've been taught. So the bulk of students who have other abilities that our system cannot assess are kicked out of school, and we say they are dropping out of school. The design of our school system is such that it is designed to kick out children, but we actually blame the children for dropping out of school. One of the issues that we really need to work on is the issue of language. We are using English language, which is very, very alien to many learners. By primary one, two things are happening. You are introducing the language and the content. But before even the learner masters the language, you're already introducing content in a language they've not yet mastered. So you're teaching social studies in English. But this child has very little vocabulary. Very many learners lose interest. Two, they cannot contribute to the learning process. So we have merely children sitting back in the classroom and the teacher is just depositing. As a result, many children lose interest in learning because the language of instruction is a language that is alien to them. It is a language they only use in the classroom. Immediately they move out of the classroom, the community where they pass while they are going home, it's a different language. At home, it's a different language. Yet if you get the same learners and instruct them or give them a task in a language they do understand, they are able to do amazing things. Like in Uganda, about 1.5 million children start out in primary one. By P7, or the last class at that level, primary, only 600 will sit for that final primary leaving examination, which means that over 900,000 young children drop out, and we can't account for them. We need to start asking questions. Where are the rest of the children that started? Where are the 900,000 young people that started in primary one? After senior 4, only about 300,000 out of the 600 that finished primary 7 are able to graduate. If you get the same child, take them to Musa Bode's garage, this child can learn how an engine operates, dismantle it and put it back without even knowing a single English word. Which begs the question, we need to revisit why in the first place, why did this child drop out of school? Was it the language they did not understand, or it was the content? It's the question of language. It means that if material is introduced in a language that a child understands, they are able to learn even what you would think are the most complicated subjects. Multicultural education is a method that takes care or recognizes the diversity in the classroom and tries to design a customized kind of teaching approach so that you take care of the diverse needs of the learners in the classroom. So if you have a poor child, the teacher must be able to look out and understand the issues of vulnerability for that child, understand the learning style of that child. Some children are visual, some children love to play with things, some children are creative, some children have intuition, but we don't test for those things. One of the issues people often raise is the question of, there's so many tribes we have. What would be the language? Should every tribe be taught in their language? Which one should we promote as a national language? Now here we have tribes that are 6 million, Baganda 6 million, Banyankola about 6, Soga about 5. These are economies that could potentially develop their languages and use them. It goes ahead to tell you how much we could go if we developed these languages and made sure that learners can access knowledge in these languages. A very famous philosopher called Ngugi wa Thiong'o said that the colonization of Africa did not only take a material form of conquest, but worse, it took an ideological conquest. We lost our mind. You feel if you speak English, then you're modern and you're good. You feel if you don't learn in English, then your children will not find employment, and that's a big problem, because we know from research that there is no country that has ever developed in a foreign language. In China, people learn, and they are here. The Chinese are here, and they get interpreters, and they are still able to construct the roads and build industries. So you don't need to know English in order to be productive in your society. I strongly believe that multicultural education is the way to go in fixing our education system.